Hello, everybody. We have a new box. This is the Bokksu box from Japan. Um, Bokksu is, well, they have different levels um, as far as payment. I get it 1 month at a time, and it's $49.99. Um, they are supplied by small. It's a small business. They're supplied by small businesses, family-owned businesses, which I think is cool. Um, It's a little bit smaller box. The shipping is included in the price of the box, just like Japan Crate. Actually, Japan Crate and Bokksu are now sister companies under the same made parent company. Um, it's the first time we're trying it. I'm trying it because I had like a $20 store credit, so um, because of one of the umaibos that we were going to do in that one haul didn't show up and they couldn't get it. It was, for whatever reason, sold out and they couldn't get new ones in. So they were like, well, we'll refund your money and we'll give you a store credit. I was like, I would have been happy with just my money back. But okay, sure. It was nicely wrapped in plastic with the address label on it. You can see it got a little squished in transit. There's some creasing, but it's just a box, right? Um, I like how they did the foiling, and it's a very simple box and a very nice design. Um, on the back, it has bokksu.com, but that's really the only branding is here and this little bit of here. So let's see what's in it. That's what we're all here for, right? Okay, so it says modern snacks traditionally inspired. Craving more, and then it gives you their website. We have a little booklet. Oh, we got a little postcard. That is really pretty. Says, thank you. Since my early days of living in Japan, I've loved discovering delicious snacks from local Japanese snack makers, which is why I'm thrilled to present you this first box curated across the culturally rich regions and seasons of Japan. I would also like to wholeheartedly thank and welcome you to the Bokksu family. With an active membership, in addition to receiving monthly themed snack boxes, you can get a member-exclusive discount on all boutique orders, join our thriving global community, gain access to exclusive online content, and so much more. Happy snacking, Danny Tang, founder. So, yeah, that's a really pretty. It doesn't say what the image is, but it's very nice. And then we got jam-packed full of snacks. Um, I want to say it said it was like 17 to 20 snacks, which is the same as a Japan Crate Premium. But we'll see. There's a lot in here. One of the things is supposed to be a tea, and I didn't get any hot water. I should probably go do that. We'll wait till we get to it, and then maybe we can taste the tea at the end. Let me get in a slightly better position here. Hopefully you can hear me. I think in my previous video, let's see if I can. Got this weird glare going. It's probably because that light's on. Um, in previous video, y'all said that you couldn't hear me in the second half, and I think that's when I turned so that we could have conversation. That glare is going to drive me nuts. Let's see if I can do it this way. That's better. Okay, so let's see. Let me see what the first thing is in the booklet. Welcome to Bokksu. So the Seasons of Japan crate is the first crate, I think, for everybody. That was the impression I got. Um, oh, this is neat. It gives you a map and then shows you the different treats and tells you where on the map they came from. That's kind of cool. Okay, so the first thing is this. This is White Strawberry by Bokksu. This is the world's first chocolate-infused strawberry, produced exclusively for Bokksu. Locally harvested strawberries are freeze-dried, infused with white chocolate to make a sweet, refreshing treat. Oh, and this is neat. It gives you all some notes. Flavor is sweet. It's vegetarian. And common allergens are milk, tree nuts, soy. So that's helpful information. It says also contains and then none. So I don't know. I guess we'll find out here if there's anything that has something else in it. It looks like a little strawberry. That's so cool. Mmm. There's a second one. That is really, really good. If you like strawberry, it's got the strawberry flavor is concentrated from where they freeze dried it. The texture is more like chocolate. So as you chew on it, it's like you're chewing on a piece of chocolate. I'm not really tasting very much of the white chocolate because the strawberry is so in your face. It is really good. I love strawberries. Beginning of June is strawberry season here in Ohio. I can't wait. That is really, really good. Highly recommend. Okay, the next thing is the tea. Organic Gen Matcha Tea. Again, it's by Bokksu. Combination of sencha leaves and roasted brown rice. This tea is filling and just a little bit different from most teas. Let its herbaceous and nutty aroma waft over you as the hot tea keeps you warm on winter nights. It's vegetarian, no allergens, doesn't contain anything extra, it's just tea. So if I remember, I will go and we'll try the tea at the end. That piece of that strawberry stuck in my tooth. Okay, let's see here. No, that's not it. That? Okay, and there's two of these. I like that they put two of the smaller items. This is vegetable arari tomato. Oh, I don't know. Generally not a fan of tomato flavored things. This is by Watanabe Seka. Seka, I think. Let's see. A rice cracker that perfectly encapsulates a tomato's unique combination of sweet, savory, and slightly sour. So the flavor notes are savory. It's vegetarian. No allergens. Doesn't contain any extra whatevers. I'll try it because that's what we're here for, right? I was watching Hey Everybody today, and she had the Tokyo Treat box and the Tri-Treats box. So she's doing the other box that I thought about. Well, there's a Tokyo Treat and there's Sakura as far as the Japanese that I haven't tried. I don't know if I'm sure there's probably more than that, but I know of those two. Tokyo Treat looked a lot like Japan Crate. All right, so this is a tomato flavored rice cracker. Yeah, that's not for me. I'm okay with rice crackers. I just don't care for the tomato flavor. But we knew that going in, didn't we? At least I gave it a try. 20th Century Pear Biscuit. Okay, we got 2 of those. Nick is going to have to do his own video. I told him we were doing this, and he, 45 minutes ago, and he didn't come down. Hey, this says pear fromage biscuit on the top. This says 20th Century Pear Biscuit, but it also says 20th Century down here at the bottom. So, 20th Century Pear Biscuit by Bokksu Seka. That's a different Seka than the other one. This delicate biscuit is a luxurious blend of 20th century Asian pear, rich cheese, and decadent white chocolate. It sounds like a very interesting combination. Flavor sweet, vegetarian no. Common allergens, milk, eggs, wheat, soy. Also contains alcohol. Wow, okay then. Now we know what also contains means. I gotta get that tomato flavor out. That is nasty. If you like tomatoes, you might like that cracker thing. I like my tomatoes processed. As spaghetti sauce, as, well, what else is it? Barbecue sauce, ketchup. I want it processed. I don't want just straight tomatoes. I can deal with salsa, but it's got other stuff in it. I'm just not a big fan of tomato. I think the wrapper is really pretty. Can you see the beautiful silver on white? And then this is what it looks like. Square cracker, it's got like layers. Luxurious blend of Asian pear, rich cheese, and decadent white chocolate. I'm not tasting pear. I'm not tasting cheese. I barely taste chocolate. And it says it contains alcohol. I don't taste that either. I would like to taste the pear. I don't know. I'm disappointed. I really thought this was going to be fantastic, and it doesn't really taste of anything. There's a little subtle hint of something, but I can't tell what. Or a little bit of the white chocolate flavor. Maybe that's the pear that I'm tasting, but it doesn't taste like much. It's not a very strong taste. I don't taste anything that tastes like cheese. I don't know. And I didn't taste or feel any alcohol notes. So I don't felt like something was missing there. Hmm. Okay. Oh, well, okay. Are they trying to get us drunk now? Is that this thing? Yeah. This one is handmade Yuzu sake candy by Bokksu and Daimonji. This Yuzu flavored candy is handcrafted by the artisans at Daimonji exclusively for Bokksu. Our version blends yuzu juice and peel with sake for a refreshingly citrusy candy. Flavor is sweet. It's vegetarian. Common allergen says none. Also contains alcohol. Says note this candy contains 0.1% alcohol content, so please consume responsibly. So in other words, don't eat like a whole case of them. Oh, it feels like there's multiple pieces. And it's got a little resealable pack. And this is what they look like. Just a little roundish, kind of whitish. I like that. I don't know they've ever had sake before. I'm not sure what yuzu is supposed to taste like, but whatever it is, this is good. Okay, I'm going to set it aside so that we can move on. Otherwise, we'll be here all night waiting on me to get that thing melted. This is Dondon Yaki by Kadu. Named after the sound of the beating taiko drums, these savory senbai are fried and marinated in tonkatsu sauce for a flavor that is tangy, peppery, and a bit sweet. So these are savory and they're vegetarian. Common allergens include milk, peanut, wheat, and soy. And that's also contains nothing, so nothing special in them. So tonkatsu is like pork. I had a tonkatsu ramen recently and made the mistake of putting the whole chili packet in, and it was a little spicy. Little on the spicy side. Oh, these are just little bits of... Ooh. I like that. Okay, so the taiko drum that you can see on the package, there's a group, or there was a group, I don't know if they're still in existence or not, called Zaandakoza. And when I was going to school in Savannah, I think it was my first semester there, we had the band come and perform for us, and it was phenomenal. And they had like the small drums inside, and then they took us outside so we could see the big drum. If you have ever been someplace where there's a lot of drumming going on, you can feel that vibration. This, with just like one or two of the small drums, you felt that vibration. And it was vibrating the room because the dorm I lived in, which is where they were performing, was an old hotel that they transformed into dorms. And we were in the ballroom area, and you could see little flakes of stuff vibrating off of the tiles, and it was like it was snowing because the vibrations were just so powerful. And then we went outside and they had their great big drum. It was amazing. I don't know if you can find their music online anywhere. I'm sure you probably can, but I highly recommend, if you, especially if you like drums. Um, I loved it. Is that this thing? Okay, back to the food. Seaweed tempura sudachi citrus by Maruka Shokuhin. These addictive seaweed sheets are battered, fried, and flavored with native Japanese sudachi to create a crisp and tangy snack that will leave your taste buds tingling. I don't know what sudachi is. Flavor is savory, not vegetarian. Common allergens are eggs and wheat. Also contains mollusk shellfish. Okay, that's different. So if you have shellfish allergies, avoid this one. This is one of those wrappers I can't open. Okay then. Okay, so you can see the seaweed on the back, and on the front, it looks like fried tempura batter. Whoa! I'm going to guess that sudachi stuff is very much like lemon. I wasn't expecting to be like punched in the face with lemon flavor. I will say that's the first seaweed sheet snack that I've had that actually tasted like anything. Oh boy, it was good, but I was not expecting it to be like, bam, there's the citrus. Uh-oh. I'm out of water. I might turn that light off behind me and grab my drink that's back there. Got a tea over there. Okay. Is that this thing? Okay. So we got two of these little things. And this is, I don't know which side goes up. I think maybe it goes that way. I don't know. Zawa Sable by Okanisha. A Sable is a crispy French butter cookie. Ooh. This one gets a Japanese twist with the addition of caramely Okinawan black sugar. Flavor, sweet, vegetarian, no. Common allergies, eggs and wheat. Also contains mollusk shellfish. Why is there shellfish in the cookie? Is that how they get the sugar? Is they process it with shellfish? I don't know. I find it strange that it's a cookie and it's got shellfish in it. So that's what it looks like. Just a basic little cookie. Mm. That cookie's fine. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. It's crunchy. This is One Bite Sesame Mochi by Bokksu. Chewy, nutty, and not too sweet, this yummy bite-sized mochi has an Anka red bean filling and black and white sesame seed coating. Flavor is sweet. It's vegetarian. Common allergens include soy and sesame. Now, how do I get in it without destroying it? I don't want to tear up the little wrapper. Do it down here at the bottom. I have a song stuck in my head. I heard it, I don't know, last night, I guess. First time in a long time since I'd heard it. And it's a song called Beautiful in My Eyes by Joshua Caddison. That was popular, what, back in the 90s, I think? It's been quite a while. Oh, okay. Come on! It's like one of those pudding cups and you can't pull the top off of it. There we go. Get the little silica packet out. So here's one covered in black sesame and one in the white sesame. That's what it looks like inside. So it's kind of a red bean paste. And it's chewy because of the mochi. It's fine. It tastes a little toasted. Does black sesame seed taste different? Or is it just aesthetics? Tastes the same. That's pretty cool. I like that. Mochi is an interesting texture. It's almost gummy. It's kind of in between gummy and gelatinous. I don't know how to describe it. Those are pretty good. Matcha Stick Cake Chocolate by Nakajima Teshodo. This soft cake uses matcha from Uji, Kyoto, which is known for its high quality. Pairing matcha with bittersweet chocolate chips gives this cake a rich, subtly sweet flavor. So flavor is sweet, it's vegetarian. Common allergens are milk, eggs, tree nuts, wheat, and soy. It says, cute selection. Another silica packet. Oh, good. This piece is broken off. So we already have a bite broken. So it's just kind of a greenish colored cake, and it's got little bits of chocolate in it. I like that. And yeah, it is bittersweet chocolate because every so often you get this little hint of bing, bing, boom. I'm sorry, my sinuses have decided to go completely bonkers. We got two of these little things. Kanako Izuki Crunch by BH. BH's specially freeze-dried Azuki beans peppered throughout this snack give just a little extra sweetness to elevate the combination of Kanako, roasted soybean powder, and crushed cornflakes. It's sweet, vegetarian. Allergens are milk, wheat, and soy. I like that they put the allergens on there. That's important. A lot of people have things that they can't eat, and you don't know what you're getting in these boxes. So I think that is a very important detail, and I think more boxes should do that. So that's what it looks like. Just a little bumpy, crunchy looking. It's hard to bite. It's not a strong flavor. Excuse me. It's very mild. And a little bit of sweetness there. So it's freeze-dried Azuki beans, Kanako, and crushed cornflake. Yeah, I get the crushed cornflake. I was thinking it's kind of, it reminded me of like a Rice Krispie or something cereal like. That would be the cornflake part. That must be this thing. Yeah. Oh, I thought there was two of them. That's something different. Okay. Sooka Senai Ume Zarame by Senbai Lab. The Senbai rice cracker boasts the uniquely, irresistibly tart and sweet flavor combination of ume, Japanese plum, and zarame, a coarse granulated sugar. It's savory, vegetarian, and contains wheat and soy. See, this is why you always have scissors next to you when you're doing unboxings. These things are really hard to open sometimes. And it's got kind of this reddish color sugar. It's a white inside of the cookie. I'm not sure on this one. Something off-putting. I don't know what it is. I don't even know how to describe the flavor. I think that's a not for me snack. There's little sour, tart, bitter. I don't know if it's sour, tart, bitter, some combination of the three. I don't know. I don't care for that. Okay, there's 2 of these. Excuse me. Okay. Yokohama Butter Sandwich Cookie by Takara Seka. Seka must be very common. Is it a name or is it like surname or is it like a company name? Does it mean company maybe? I don't know. Because that's at least the 3rd or 4th time we've seen it, and there's another one coming up. Anyway, these cookies are a popular gift for Yokohama tourists because each treat has vignettes of the city printed on them. They're filled with a luscious buttercream that balances the more savory cookies. The flavor is sweet, it's vegetarian, common allergens, milk, wheat, soy. That seems to be the common allergen in all of them. I would say if you have trouble with milk, wheat, or soy, probably not a good box for you. Not a good box if you're vegan, because most of the things have eggs or milk. If you're a vegetarian that can eat things like eggs and milk, then you got it made. Okay, so there's different things on each side. This looks like maybe a soccer pitch. It's got the flags around it, and then it's got... At first I thought basketball court, but I guess they have a national team in Japan. But I think of soccer more than I do basketball when I think Japan. And then we have, looks like a bridge and some birds flying over it on the other side. And it's just got some kind of cream filling. They're pleasant enough. I like them. There's a subtle flavor. It's not going to like smack you upside the head. I like it better than that thing we just had. If I can get them to stay still long enough. We have Iburigako Smoky Chips by Sunshin. These chips are flavored with Akita Prefecture's specialty Iburigako, or smoked pickled radish. Senshin's potato chips are made with rice flour, providing a lighter texture with a satisfying crunch. They're savory, they're vegetarian, and the common allergens are milk, eggs, wheat, and soy. I'm really liking this box. It's got a good variety of things. I like that it's from all over the country. There's a good mix of sweet and savory. And this is what the chips look like. They remind me a little bit of pop chips as far as the texture. They're very light and airy feeling. Crunch, 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 crunch. Very crunchy. If you need something just for the crunch factor, flavor-wise, they're fine. I guess I'm not sure what smoked pickle radish is supposed to taste like, so I guess that's what I'm tasting. I don't know, when I think pickled, I think vinegary. I'm not tasting vinegary. Not really tasting smoky either. And I'm guessing that's what the radish was supposed to be like on the cover, on the front. Is that like daikon radish? I got more questions. There's a little flavor there, but I don't know what it is. Unless that's the radish flavor that, you know, since it's something I'm not familiar with, maybe that's what it is I'm picking up on. Let me start putting some of these things back in the little box. I can already tell you what my favorite thing is in the box. We still got 2 things to try. Okay. Okay. This is how do I say that? Canals Kanazawa Earl Grey Cake by Kanazawa Kenroku Seka. So I wonder, is Seka maybe the word for company? I know how to find out. If I can find it. Where is it? Translate. About scared the crap out of me. Can you get me a bottle of water? You're here just in time for the last 2 items. Enter text. Okay. Can I have an English alphabet, please? No. No. S E I K A. Achievement. Okay, so achievement is the Takara Seka, Kanazawa Kenroku Seka, blah 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 Seka. Seka apparently is achievement. Huh. Okay then. What is it with you and Muf? You know that irritates me. Alright. I need a tissue. Hold on a minute. Well, come on now. I'm sorry. Every stinking video. Oh, my piece of candy went flying across the room. Alright. Sorry about that. Alright, so this is an Earl Grey cake. A fluffy cake I don't want it now. It's been rolling across the carpet. In the trash can, silly. Fluffy cake with an elegant and floral flavor. It is made with Kanbayashi Kanazawa Chaho's Noto tea, a rich black tea from Notojima Island. Flavor is sweet. It's vegetarian. Common allergies: eggs, wheat, soy. Same common allergens as everything else. I do think the wrapper's pretty. The packaging has been really beautiful on a lot of these things. It's either very simple or very elegant. And some of them are a little bit of both, simple and elegant. Here, you get to try one. If I was to see this just on a plate, I would have thought it was a piece of banana bread. Just based on the appearance. I mean, that's what it looks like. It's banana bread. Doesn't taste like banana bread. I don't know what they're saying floral. I'm not tasting floral.
No. No.
It's very moist, which is nice. Sometimes packaged cakes are dry. They're not dry. It says Earl Grey, which is a tea. Maybe there's some tea flavor there. I don't know. I enjoy it. It's nice. It would be good with some tea. Which I should probably go make that cup of tea. Drip, drip, drip. I hate my sinuses, in case anybody's wondering. Alright. Okay, I'm not sure how to say this. Sukii On Pon Chocolate by Bokksu and Hanma. On Pon is a sweet roll filled with bean paste. This brownie-like treat gets an upgrade with the addition of rich chocolate. This luscious dessert is best enjoyed paired with hot tea. Several of these things I think would have been good with hot tea. And one thing I like about this box is you're supposed to get a tea every month. Which for me is better because I like tea. Rather than getting some sort of random mystery drink, which a lot of times is carbonated and we end up not drinking it. So the flavor is sweet, it's vegetarian, common allergens, milk, eggs, and wheat. This is the last item in the box, unless I make the tea, which I should probably go do just so that we can say we tried it. Wish there was more than one tea bag. Because if I like it, I'm going to want more. If I don't like it, then oh well. They like to put these little silica packets in everything. I haven't noticed that in the other snack boxes. And I wonder if that's because these are all small business, family-owned kind of things. I don't know how to get in it. There we go. That's what it looks like. And break it in half. And you can kind of see the change in color for where the bean paste is versus the cake part. Again, it's not dry. That might be because of the bean paste.
Yeah.
It's not super sweet, which surprises me because so many times when we get the sweet treats, they're super sweet.
Yeah.
This isn't super sweet. And I kind of like that. It reminds me of something. Something we have here in the States. Flavor-wise. I can't think what it is offhand.
No idea.
I don't know. I can't think of what it was that it's reminding me of. I like it. Good note to end on. Here, try these.
Yeah, what are we doing?
These are mochi. One's got black sesame seeds, the other's got white sesame seeds. You can have the little cup to hold them in. Try not to get seeds all over my bed, please. Okay, so for me, the best thing in the box was that strawberry thing. And I know there's another one in here. This thing. I would have been happy with a whole box of these, really, because these were so good. If you like fresh strawberries, there you go. Get this one. It is definitely in your face strawberry. That was my favorite thing. Least favorite was that tomato thing. You'll probably love it because it was gross.
Huh.
Am I talking it up or what? Well, where is it? There it is. This thing. Try this. You'll probably love it.
Yeah, probably.
Well, you're the one that likes nasty stuff like ketchup chips and bleh. Excuse me. I don't know why my nose just always seems to know when I start a video, and it has to just start. Stupid sinuses. You have to make weird noises all the time.
Probably.
He's like that off camera too. Just eat it.
Yeah. Not bad.
See, I thought it was one of the most disgusting things. It's nasty, dude. You like it. Well, see, but you also like the chocolate, the ketchup chips and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You liked that chicken and ketchup thing that came in one of the snack boxes, snack crates.
Yeah.
I tasted it. I didn't care for it. I don't have to ever eat it again. But I was always taught growing up. Of course, I've been a Girl Scout since I was 6 years old. So a very long time. 45 years, really? Has it really been that long?
Huh.
And we were taught to take our 3 Girl Scout bites. You can't say you don't like it until you taste it. And unless you were allergic to something that was in it, you had to at least taste it. So that's how I am now. I at least taste it. I might know going in I'm probably not going to enjoy it. Like when I read it was tomato flavored, I thought, uh-oh. But I tasted it because you never know. I've been pleasantly surprised a few times. Like some of the coffee flavored things that we've gotten in other boxes. I'm not a coffee drinker. I don't care for the bitterness of it. And my tastes have changed a little bit and now I can tolerate it. I mean, we've been tasting some of the different coffees that are out there. I haven't gotten brave enough yet to order a coffee when I'm out and about. Like I saw in my McDonald's app that they were doing $2 frappe, whatever.
Same thing at this point.
And I was like, am I ready to try that? I mean, it's McDonald's. How good is the coffee going to be? They're not really a coffee shop.
Yeah.
But that's a lot of people's first experience. So, and it should be a sweet drink because isn't it kind of milkshakey like?
No idea.
I think that's where the frap or frappe it is like a milkshake. Um, and so I thought, oh, maybe if I tried maybe a caramel one or something, I might like it. Okay, this is the founder of Bokksu. Our mission at Bokksu is to empower Japan's traditional snack makers by sharing their authentic food and stories within the world. Or with the world.
Sounds about right.
And here's got some of the people that make the snacks. Join the Bokksu community. Bokksu isn't just snacks, it's a global community of passionate foodies. Bokksu Community is our online platform for active members. You can meet new friends, watch exclusive content and live streams, get early access to new product drops, earn loyalty points, and so much more. They do have a loyalty program, and if there's a code, I'll put it down in the description box. If you're interested in trying Bokksu, I'll put the link down. It's bokksu.com. I'm very happy with this first box. And I do believe that everybody gets the same first box. And then it's different each month, whatever the theme is. But I think this is cool. I really like that they give you the map and where the different things are from. I think that's really cool. So the places, I can at least tell you that. Hokkaido, which is up here in the north. Ishikawa, which is over here in this little piece that sticks out. Nagano, that's where they had the Olympics the one year. That's kind of here in the middle. Kyoto, just over here. Totori is on the coast, over here. Hiroshima is down here. Kagoshima is all the way down here at the tip. Nara is, now we're going back up the other side, over here. Osaka is just up a little ways from Nara. Kanagawa is over here. Chiba is this piece here. Saitama is this section here. Ibaraki is here, and Okinawa is the little islands that are off the coast. So that's kind of cool. I love that it shows you where everything's from. And I thought the descriptions were nice. I like that it tells you the allergens and things because there are so many people who have food allergies. Two of the items had alcohol in them, so that's good to know in case you are a person who struggles with that. um, yes, I'm craving more white strawberries. Go to Bokksu Boutique, which is their online marketplace where you can get Japan exclusive snacks, tea, and lifestyle items. That's a nice little booklet. I mean, there's a lot of information in there. I guess I should try the tea. It's going to take a moment for me to go heat the water. Put everything back into box. Oh, here, try a chip.
Which one's this one?
They're smoky radish flavor.
God, hell!
Just eat it.
It's got a good smell to it.
No, I can't smell anything. Okay. But I think the box is beautiful. I really like the attention to detail with the gold foil and everything. I'm just very impressed with this box. And I'm glad I was able to try it because of being able to get the store credit. I mean, it's not their fault they couldn't get it.
Yeah.
That it sold out when I ordered it. You don't know when you're going to get a run on something.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
All right. Does it tell on here? 3 ounces of water. Let it cool down to 80 degrees. It's only 3 ounces. That's not going to be very much. That's like less than what's left in this bottle. All right, I will go and prepare the tea. I guess I should probably pause.
Yeah.
Unless you're going to be weird. Yeah, he's going to be weird. Okay, I will pause this and I will be back with the tea. Okay, and we're back with a mug with some tea in it. I have an ice cube just in case it's still too hot.
Oh.
It's too hot. Oh, I don't have any sugar packets or anything. Might need to be sweetened. Sometimes teas need just a touch of sweetener of some sort to bring out the flavor. This is one of those like silky mesh tea bag things. Little pyramid shaped ones. You can see it's got the green from the matcha. And green tea is usually a very pale color. I don't know if I can get to where you can see. Can you see the color? That's what it looks like. um, can't tilt the cup too much or I'm going to dump it all over the computer and that would be bad. So did that cool it down enough? Cup's nice and hot. Feels good on my cold fingers. I think I got a little too much water in it. This is like an 8-ounce cup and I got a little more than half on here and it says 3 ounces, so it's fine. I don't really taste much. I mean, it's very, and that could be because I got a little too much water in it. And it could be it's just not a super pungent. Pungent? Is that the word I want?
Maybe.
It's not a strong flavor. More mild. And it may be it needs just a little something to bring the flavor up. Let me go put a little teaspoon of sugar in here and see if that brings the flavor up. Can you be not terribly weird while I'm going? I'll be right back. Hopefully he's not too terribly weird. What do you think of that radish chip steak?
It wasn't that bad. You're a human. Mew. Oh.
All right, I have returned. Ah.
Sounds
I
bad.
had to break up the sugar. We haven't used the sugar in a while.
Yeah, damn.
So I put just a tiny little lump in there and hopefully that's enough. It helps. It's just not a very strong tea. I don't know. It seems like standard green tea to me. Japanese green tea blended with roasted rice. I don't know. Just tastes like green tea. Pretty standard. A lot of the powder has settled to the bottom. Is that where all the flavor is?
Yeah, who knows?
I need to get a new container to put the sugar in. The lid, the rim of the lid has a crack in it.
Huh.
We bought years and years and years ago. Let's see. Mom was still alive, so it's at least 15-year-old container.
Yeah, damn.
It was older than that. We bought one of those Domino sugar, the plastic containers. It's probably closer to 20 years old. Because I know we had it for several years before she died. And it's 15 years this year, so that's an old container. The lid is cracking.
Huh.
Oh well. I guess I can invest in a new container. Maybe I'll go to Dollar Tree tomorrow while I'm out at my meeting.
Yeah.
This is something that is a kind of a pet peeve of mine, is when companies expect you to give them as much notice as possible.
Yep.
This company wants a month in advance, if at all possible. If you know you're going to need a day off, they want to know as much as a month in advance, because they do the schedule once a month. But you have to give them at least 24 hours, or so they say. There's people who call off at the last possible minute, and they scramble to find somebody to cover. I get stuck waiting for somebody to come cover quite often because people call off at the last minute. And not so much lately, although it has happened twice in the last week, where I'm sitting there going, who's covering? Who's relieving me? When do I get to go home? But today, I got home from work, and I'm sitting here doing stuff on the computer, and a text message, actually, it was our group chat for the house I work in. A message comes through with a screenshot of a text, because they knew I probably wouldn't get the text, but I would get the thing on Messenger, because where I live, cell service is so spotty, and I very, very rarely can even get text messages or anything when I'm at my house. Well, about noon or so, they decided to call a meeting for tomorrow, and it's mandatory. And I'm like, seriously? It's my day off. And that's the day you call the meeting? Every time she calls a house meeting, it's on my day off. The last one I couldn't go because I was working the election. And that was back in August. It was special election. I said, I'm already at the election. Yeah. I'm at the poll. I cannot leave. Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. No, well, I guess we'll just have to catch up with you later. So now here I'm at home. I'm relaxing. What if I would have gone out of town?
Yeah.
What if I would have made plans? Then I would have to change my schedule.
Which you shouldn't have to do.
Which I think it sucks that they don't even give you 24-hour notice.
Yeah.
And then we have to bend over backwards to suit their scheduling thing. And
now it's kind of the same thing.
We have some things we need to talk about, but to call a mandatory 2-hour meeting, or likely 2 hours, they didn't give us they don't know for sure how long it's going to be, but they said probably about 2 hours. What are we going to talk about for 2 hours?
God damn.
I mean, yeah, there's a few things we need to talk about, but
shouldn't take that long.
I can't think of 2 hours worth of stuff. But what bothers me is they expect us to give them all this notice, but they can turn around and at the last second call a meeting. And we have to be there. We have to drop what we're doing and come. And that's not fair to us.
That's what I hear on most jobs.
And I've told them before, I said, I need more notice. If you want to call a meeting or something, I need more notice than, just making it a last second thing. But I also complain that they don't give us a schedule until the last minute.
Yeah.
There have been days when we call before I leave to find out if I'm working that night. I'm like, we don't have a schedule yet. Am I working tonight? Oh, yeah, we kind of ought to get that out, huh? You think? I mean, the first of the month is coming up pretty quick.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have a schedule. Just saying. But, I mean, it's all the time stuff like this. And it doesn't seem to matter what company you're with. They always pull nonsense like this.
With.
Well, they were really bad about it. You're getting on the van to come home. And,
yep.
Oh, no, we need you to go to wherever.
Yep.
Get your stuff and move over to this other van. You've been chosen.
Yeah,
It's like you're not even going to ask if we want to go or if we can go.
yeah.
There, that's better. That chunk of green tea was just kind of eh.
That and they don't really give you any information till the last second. It's like, oh, you're supposed to meet the van at like 2 or 3. Yeah, you don't tell us that until the day, but like, oh,
Till the night before,
yeah. And
if
some
you're lucky.
and in some cases the actual day of.
Yeah, there was a couple times where it was the morning of.
Yeah,
You're
and
supposed to meet the van at noon.
I'm like,
Thanks for
well,
telling us at 9 in the morning.
yeah. And I'm like, well, I didn't think we had anything, so I'm not ready for any of this.
Yeah, but all jobs have things like that, and it's
Yeah, and that's one
and they
reason,
wonder why employees are unhappy.
and why people don't want to work. I mean, like, there's a thing. There's a balance that's not right. I mean, all these companies say, "Oh, nobody wants to work." The ones that do are getting fucked over by not being hired because we try, nothing. And when we do get on, they pull all of this. Oh, you have to give us all this time, but we're not going to tell you
Yeah,
until
WIS
less.
wanted 48 hours notice, but
And
they
even
could
then,
wait until you're getting on the van to go home to spring something on you. Oh no, we need you to go to this other job.
yeah,
That's why I ended up going to Michigan on that one trip. I was getting ready to get in the van to go home, and they're like, "No, no, no, you're going to Michigan." I am. And didn't get home until 1 a.m. on Saturday morning
yeah,
in time to take a nap, turn around, and leave on Sunday.
yeah,
Yeah, that was. Wiz had some serious issues,
yeah,
and
mostly,
it was pretty much across the country because if
yeah,
you read reviews of the company,
yeah,
it was the same kind of stuff everywhere,
yeah.
where they don't tell you things until the last minute.
Management is
They wait until
horrible.
you're on your way to one job and say, "Oh no, you're going to this other job." Turn around, go back.
Management sucked.
Management bad across the board.
I mean, the
When
job
they get
it's
a good manager, they run them out.
yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Wish itself is not a bad job. I liked getting on the van and getting paid to basically do nothing, and then just being at a hotel, going to all these different places. Yeah, a lot of times it's the same places in Ohio, but at least I got to get out of this county. God damn.
It's a good job for someone who's not tied to anything.
Yeah, basically no children,
Yeah,
no.
it was perfect for somebody like you. You're single, no kids.
Yeah,
It was good for somebody like you, and you're young
yeah,
and you're able-bodied.
yeah,
I mean, my knee is messed up for life because of that job,
yeah. And a lot of other people have the same
and they didn't
issue.
even care.
Yeah,
They yelled at me because my knee gave out. It's because I'm doing the job.
yeah,
My knee couldn't handle it. I mean, I was there for a year, or just at a year. We were coming into the home stretch. What, 9 or 10 months, something like that.
yeah,
Yeah, it was the beginning of September, so I was there 9 months,
yeah,
and my knee just couldn't do it anymore. I fell in the store 2 times, and then again when we got back to our home location, so we could go to our cars.
yeah,
And I was like, okay, and I went and I got my doctor's excuse, and I told them this is what's going on, and they were mad at me
yeah,
because I was trying to take care of myself. And I'm like, you know what? This is ridiculous. I
yeah,
ended up off September, October. We would have been off November, December anyway, although I guess a few people worked pretty much every day
yeah,
through those 2 months. Um, random jobs that they picked up, but they only picked up enough spaces for a few people to run like
Yeah.
one van load. And they had their pets, and those were the ones that got called. You could have been going on all those trips.
Yeah. I could have been making a lot more money than I was getting
Yeah.
with unemployment.
Unemployment, you don't even get half of what your normal pay is.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me have it. Well, you're injured, you can't work, so you can't collect unemployment. And
Which makes no
when
sense.
I got my doctor's excuse saying I could go back to work, that's when we went on shutdown.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, and I said my doctor's excuse and everything says, well, you can't have unemployment because you have a job. The whole point of applying for unemployment is because we were going to not be having any hours for 2 months.
Yeah. And I got mine, no
And
problem.
he turned his thing in, he approved it immediately.
Yeah.
Mine, I jumped through all the hoops and they never would approve me because I was either injured and couldn't work, or you already have a job. Yeah, but I'm not making any money because we're not getting any hours.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to live on zero?
Exactly.
So we lived on his unemployment for 2 months,
Yeah.
which was kind of a pain. Then I went back for a week. And during that week, my knee started doing its thing again. And I'm like, no, I value the ability to walk more than working for a job that doesn't appreciate me.
Yeah. Even if they did, I mean, walking is more of a thing.
And I sent them an email saying, it's a health concern. It's health and safety concern.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that either I'm going to fall and get seriously injured, or I'm going to injure somebody else.
Yeah.
So, out of the interest of health and safety and the fact that I value my ability to walk, and I'm afraid that if I continue in this job, I will end up losing that ability because my knee is getting worse instead of better.
Yeah.
And I almost fell a couple times during that week. And I said, I'm going to have to, effective immediately, I have to quit. All they did was take my name off the schedule, never responded to me whatsoever. It was just like, I was erased.
Yeah.
Delete. I could not log into anything, not even to check my taxes or any of that stuff. I couldn't get into any of that information, any of my pay information, nothing, because they deleted me out of the system. And I was just like, well, that's ridiculous. um, Never heard anything back from any of the management.
Yeah.
Nobody said, "Oh, we're sorry you feel like you need to quit," or "See ya, don't care, goodbye."
Yeah. And then, like, the next week, when I was going, they had the fucking balls to be like, where is she? Why is she not working? And I'm like, she gave you. Do you not. What? Idiots! God
Well,
damn.
thing is, it depending on who was saying it. Now, if it was either Jen or Jess, they received the email
Yeah,
from me
that
saying,
they were the ones that were saying that. They wanted to know where the fuck you were. And I'm like,
"I
she
quit."
gave you notification. She told you, pretty much. And you saw that she was injured. So you knew that something was going to happen one way or
Well, just
another.
put a bandage or a brace on. You'll be fine.
No.
I can't stand. I can't walk. Hello? You'll be all right.
No.
No, obviously not. I mean, I'd been having trouble for a while, but it was that last day that I worked. It just,
Yeah.
that day I fell, I was hurting so bad that at lunch I sent him to go find the one manager, and she came and talked to me, and she says, I can't let you go sit in the van because it's travel day and everybody's stuff's in there. And I know you wouldn't getting into anybody's stuff, and I know you wouldn't take anything, but if something would show up missing, you'd be the first one they'd go after. And I can't just let you sit around. I need you to work. And she's like, please don't cry. I said, that's not crying. That's the pain rolling out of my eyes. I hurt so bad that,
Yeah.
like, literally tears were coming out my eyes, and I wasn't crying. I just hurt. And I'm like, but I can barely stand, let alone try to walk. I almost fell in the bathroom.
Damn.
I don't know how I made it from the area I was working in to the bathroom and back without falling. Because my knee a couple times went real wobbly and I almost fell. I almost fell in the bathroom, and this one lady's like, oh, I'm sorry, did I bump you? I'm like, no, my knee's acting real wonky right now, and it almost gave out on me. Look, that's why I'm up against the wall. Is that way maybe I can not fall. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, it's nothing to do with you. You're fine. She thought she bumped into me and almost knocked me over. And I'm like, no, it's my knee. And I was like, how do I cross this expanse where there's nothing?
Yeah.
Nothing to hold on to. And they gave me a chair, but it didn't have like wheels or anything. So and I was in the clothing area, and we had how at Walmart you got some of the racks have like 4 arms that stick out. I'd do an arm, and then I'd have to get up, move the chair, sit back down, and do them. Then get up, move the chair. That was doing more damage than
Yeah.
just not using the chair at all. Except that the chair gave me some stability when I was moving. Except when I moved it from the rack over here and turned to put it at the rack over here and let go and was flat on my back. Because that's right when my knee went. Or the other time when I was using it more like a walker and I moved the chair and went to take a step and my knee gave out and I right on the kneecap of the bad knee. And several people just kind of looked at me like, what's going on? Well, I managed to pull myself back up and keep moving on. But it was just getting worse and worse. And then when we were going home, I had to figure out how to get in the van.
Yeah.
I couldn't climb up in the van. And our one friend, she was sitting there, and she's like, are you okay? I said, I can't get in the van. I don't know what to do. And she's like, I don't know how to help you. So we had this whole conversation, and nobody else was paying any attention. And I said, let me try something. And I reached across the seat and pulled myself up. But I couldn't stand like I normally would. Normally, I would stand on my left leg and put my right foot up on the step and push myself up with my right leg and get in. I couldn't do that. I couldn't put any pressure at all on my left leg because every time I tried to, it would start to buckle. And I was like, I don't know what to do. But I managed to crawl up in the van, and when we stopped at a rest area, I did not get out. And because I was just like, let's just get home. Let's just get home. Well, I managed to get out, and did you walk me over to the Jeep?
I think so.
I kind of think you did. Got over to the Jeep, and as I was trying to get in the driver's side, not thinking about my knee, because it wasn't hurting at the moment, the ibuprofen had kicked in, I guess, and I'm holding on to the Jeep door, and I got my right foot up in there, and my knee buckled, and I was on the ground, My whole arm was scraped up. My foot was caught in the steering wheel, and I'm just laying there. I yelled something. Probably what was very colorful language. And everybody come running. And here I am laying on the ground. They're like, "Are you okay?" Not exactly. I'm laying on the ground in the Walmart parking lot. Ew. It's disgusting. I wanted to shower so bad at that point. It was what, 6 to 8 weeks before I could even get in the shower because I couldn't step in. So I was washing up in the sink and leaning in. Luckily we have the spray thing, so I could do my lean in and do my hair. And everybody's like, "Well, just sit on the edge of the tub and swing yourself in." I said, "I can't do that because we have sliding doors
Yeah.
on the shower, and there's a ridge on the edge of the tub, so there's no way to sit there." I would if I could. I would have loved to have had a shower. I was so grateful. You don't realize how much you take for granted until you can't do something.
Yeah.
Taking a shower. You don't realize how much you take that for granted until you can't.
Yeah.
I wish I had the money to do a full remodel of the bathroom. I would get that old tub out of there and I would get one of those walk-in dealies that has the bench seat in case my knee goes out again. I mean, if for nothing else, for that. I need something safer and easier to get in and out of. Because there are some days when I'm not too sure what my knee is going to do. And thing is now is the other knee feels spongy.
God damn.
And I'm like, uh-oh. What happens if my right knee goes bad? I can't hop up and down on my left leg on crutches. I'll be really screwed if something happens to my right knee. Because my left knee's already messed up. And I'm avoiding surgery as long as possible. If I can maneuver without it, we're going to maneuver without it. And
Yeah.
the orthopedic, he was like, "Well, we can treat your knee in a couple ways. We can try physical therapy, which is what I chose to do. We can do cortisone shots." And I said, "Well, if my knee reacts the same way my hand does to the cortisone shots, that's not going to be good." And he's like, "Why?" I said, "Because when I have them done in my hand, my whole hand goes numb and I can't feel anything for several days. I don't want to be trying to walk on a leg that I can't feel."
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to feel my knee, so I wouldn't know if it was doing. And he's like, "I understand." I said, and he says, "Well, the other option would be surgery." I said, "Well, I would like to avoid surgery if at all possible." He says, "That's my recommendation. Avoid surgery if at all possible. Because we'd have to do some things before we could get you ready for that."
Oh boy.
Well, I'm sure he was going to say you need to lose weight, but he didn't say that. He was just like, we would have to do some preparation before we could do it. And I'm like, "Well, I would rather not have surgery if I don't have to have surgery." So we did the physical therapy. And I can kind of go up and down stairs, but I'm super slow at it because I don't know what my knee is going to do. And I have to really, I put a death grip on the handrail. And it's a problem at work if I have to go upstairs to get something because there's only handrail on one side. And when you get down to the bottom, there's nothing to hold on to for the last 3 steps. Kind of like our basement.
Yeah.
And it makes me real nervous. I I just feel like one of these days I'm going to have to go up there for something and I'm going to come tumbling down. um well, that's like here. We only really have railing on the one side,
Yeah.
but I don't really have a need to go upstairs.
Yeah.
You need to clean up upstairs. Anyway, how did we get off on this when we were having such a fun time eating Japanese snacks?
No idea.
Anyway, we've probably added an extra, what, half hour to the video because we're off on a tangent again.
Yeah, probably.
How does that happen?
All I know is if you're thinking about working for Wish, don't. If not for your health, for your mental health. Oh boy.
Yeah, I know you were pretty down working there.
And it wasn't just me, a couple other people were thinking the same thing.
Well, what
Because,
you told me about that one store,
yep,
what you were thinking about in that one store, I'm grateful you didn't do that.
yeah. But you
Because
know,
then what would I need to be here for?
yeah,
Anyway, I'm here because of you. When your dad did what he did, the thing that kept me going was I got to take care of you. So I'm here because of you. I could have not fought back.
sounds about right.
Anyway, I fought with everything I could because I had to protect you. Um, so there's at least one person on your side. There's always at least one person on your side.
Yeah.
As long as I'm around, you got one person on your side. Anyway, wow, we've gone really on a downer here. Let's talk about food.
Okay then.
Bokksu. So, Bokksu. I think they do a lot of things right. I like that it's small business, it's family owned businesses that they're collaborating with. I like the booklet putting the allergen information. I think a lot of snack boxes could learn something from that. I like that if it's a small thing, they put two of them in. Um, Sometimes some of the other boxes don't do that. You get one little itty bitty thing, and if there's multiple people trying to try the treats, you get maybe a bite. Sometimes that's not enough to taste something. This had a nice variety of things. I like that it has tea. That for me, that's a plus because some of the other boxes, like right here, I have two different things from. I think are they both from Snack Crate?
Yeah.
No, this is from a Japan crate, and this is from a Snack Crate, and they're both carbonated, so neither of us are going to drink them. They're just sitting here waiting for me to decide what to do with them. Maybe when my brother comes down. He ended up not coming this past weekend because of the weather. So
Yeah.
as soon as I know what my February schedule looks like and know my days off, we'll try to get him down here. Um, I do think $49.99 does feel a little expensive, but I figure half of that is probably the shipping because it's coming from Japan, and the shipping is built into that cost. Um, and if you go 1 month at a time, it's $49.99, and then there's like a 3 month, a 6 month, and a 12 month. The problem is you have to pay up front. So like the 3 month subscription is 100 and something dollars. The 6 month is however much. The 12 month is like $480, I think.
Goddamn.
It's a significant savings. It's like a $10 savings per month, but you have to put out the full amount all at the beginning. Um, their customer service is fantastic because I've been dealing with them when I had the issue with the Halloween crate getting lost, and we never have figured out what happened there. But they gave me, the refund for that plus the store credit and everything else, um, which I was able to use either Japan Crate, Sugoi Mart, Bokksu Marketplace, or Bokksu itself. I ended up using it Sugoi Mart. The one item then was out of stock and they couldn't get it back in. And I mean, it was at least a month after everything else arrived, and they're like, sorry, we can't get it. we're going to do a refund and we'll give you store credit. Well, then I turned that into the Bokksu box. I have had really good luck with their customer service. They're really good. Um, Japanese culture, failure is not an option. So they're going
Yeah.
to do everything they can to make you happy. They don't want a customer who's not happy. So I appreciate that. Um, I don't know. I'm really happy with this. I want to give it another month. Of course, if the electric bill keeps going up, I might not be able to afford it.
Oh,
I just got my electric bill. It's not good. And that doesn't include this bad weather this past week. So ugh, I'm afraid. Um, but I think Bokksu was good. I liked most of the things in the box. You still have a couple things to try. We'll do that off camera.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna let you have the strawberry thing or not. It was good because you're not real big on strawberry, like fresh strawberries.
Yeah.
And this is like eating it's a real strawberry.
Huh.
It's freeze dried and then they put infused it with chocolate. So it feels like you're eating a piece of chocolate, but it tastes like a real strawberry.
Huh.
So I don't know if you'd like that or not. I thought it was fantastic. I'd like to get some more of those. Um, and y'all probably couldn't hear that because I was looking the other way. I think that's the problem people were having in that previous video. So have you tried it yourself? Have you tried Bokksu or Japan Crate or any of the various boxes? So far, every Japan-based box that I have tried, I've really liked. Mango Spice Cafe, I loved. And at the time I was getting it for the price, the 3 manga were basically the price of the box, and all the snacks were essentially freebies because between shipping and the manga, yeah, the cost of the snacks was nothing. um, so that was fun. And I liked that it also gave you a ramen to try. Japan, I ended up canceling them because we had some major issues with a box that was stolen, and between them and the post office, nobody wanted to do anything, and I'm sitting here going, but I spent $50 on this box that I didn't get. And they appeased me by sending me one of the books that was in the box, which is the reason I bought the box to start with. So they sent me that book. And I was like, well, I've already canceled. So
Yeah.
I might try them again at a later date. I don't know. Japan Crate, I'm really enjoying. I like the variety of things that are in it. I think it's fun that it gives you a DIY kit each month and another little whatever. Let's see. I did have one of the extras sitting here. I don't see it offhand. But like the 1 month you got a Christmas ornament. Last month you got the little, oh yeah, this little dragon that has a fortune inside to tell you what your gear is going to be like. I thought that was neat. I think these are neat little details. So that's cool with the Japan Crate. Bokksu, I like that it's a family. They support small family businesses. I like that it has a tea instead of a miscellaneous whatever drink. Some with that half the time we can't drink because it's carbonated. So a tea bag's not going to be carbonated. Um, so they've all got different things working in their favor, and I think that's fun. Um, what I like about Snack Crate is you get a different country every month. And I'm wondering how long until we get Japan.
Yeah.
That would be fun to compare what Snack Crate thinks is a Japan box versus what Japan Crate thinks is a Japan box. Um, I do think it's interesting that I had comments from somebody who lives in Japan on the Sugoi Mart stuff saying that several of the things they'd never even heard of and they live in Japan. So that's kind of interesting. So I wonder if some of the snacks might be regional or something. I don't know. And I hope I'm not butchering the language too badly. um, so I really enjoy doing the different snack boxes, the different food boxes. I saw Hey Everybody today had her video where she did Tokyo Treat, which is yet another Japan box, and it had a pretty good variety of things. And I saw that it had a soda in it, and it had ramen in it. I was kind of doing something else at the time, so I wasn't paying super close attention. But she also gets a box called Try Treats, which is very similar to Snack Crate. And they were in Malaysia this month. I don't know what our upcoming Snack Crate is. I can't remember. They've got a box I want to order, but I can't afford it. They have a Cadbury box.
Huh.
$50 for Cadbury chocolate from England. And the thing is, a lot of the things they were showing, I've already tried. So I was like, well, if it was all new stuff, maybe. But I do love Cadbury chocolate, so I was like, oh, I wish I could do that. But I don't want to get caught up like with the holiday box where I pay full price and then turn around and, oh, they're offering it free this month if you sign up for a subscription. And then they offer it half price because it's Black Friday. And then they offer it cheaper for some other reason. And I'm like, but I paid full price. I paid $40 for mine. Some people are getting it for $20. Some people are getting it for free. What the heck?
Yeah.
It was a fun box. So I'm going to wait and see if the Cadbury box drops in price. If it does, then maybe. If somebody from England loved me a whole bunch and wanted me to try Cadbury chocolate, I wouldn't be opposed to having a box sent. Just kidding. I don't expect anybody to send me anything. But I think that would be fun. I know there have been channels where people from other countries send like a box of snacks or whatever in exchange for a box of snacks from your country, which I think that would be fun. And I know what he would want. He would want Canada to send us a whole big box of all dressed chips.
Nothing but ketchup chips.
Ketchup chips and all dressed chips.
Yep.
That's what he wants.
Yep.
The all dressed ones are okay. But I think what I like about those is that they've got the salt and vinegar added in.
Yeah.
And the vinegar tends to be a little stronger, and I like the vinegar flavor. But I don't want ketchup chips. Those are nasty. Blah, blah. Blah. I know, it's one of your favorite things, but blah.
Just get Nathan Fillion to go back there and then get a whole
Dude,
bunch.
you act like I know the guy. I've never even met him. I just watch him on TV.
Eh.
Just because he makes my little heart go pitter-pat.
Eh.
My celebrity crush, Nathan Fillion. Oh, well. Anyway. I got a couple other celebrities I like, too. Anyway. I think we're going to end it here. We're almost at 2 hours. How do we keep making these videos almost 2 hours long?
No idea.
Because when we're done with the actual video, we just keep yakking.
Yeah.
Does anybody even pay attention to this stuff at the end?
No idea.
Excuse you? I know in some countries that's considered the polite thing to do, but not in the United States. It's not a polite thing to do. And since you live here, you know. I would like to visit some of these places that we get stuff from.
Yeah.
I would really like to visit Japan.
Yeah.
You want to go to the Akihabara area.
Yeah, pretty much. All the anime. All the video games, all the Nekos.
Yep. You want to hang out with the different people.
Yeah. And I think there's actually a cross-dressing maid cafe,
Probably.
which I could live in Japan, and then I could work there, and then I'll spend all my money on anime figures and cats.
No, you're going to spend all your money on rent.
That too.
Although I feel like food prices don't seem out of line based on the various videos I've seen.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking versus American money.
Yeah.
And right now, American money is very strong.
Yeah.
It used to be roughly like 100 yen would be $1. Now it's more like 100 yen is closer to 70 or 75 cents.
Yeah.
I find this out when I watch the Fukubukuro videos, and everybody's like, well, it was this many yen, and so that would be about this much in American dollars. And I'm like, wow, it's vastly different this year.
Yeah.
So this year you would get way more for your money.
Yeah.
I still want the Mr. Donut one.
Yeah.
If anybody can get me the Mr. Donut box. I don't need the donut card because I don't go to Japan, so I won't be able to use it. But I want the stuff that was in the box because it was all Snorlax, and I'm all about the Snorlax. Oh, React channel did a they call it Boop.
Oh.
Boop, Marry, Kill. You know, an FMK
Oh boy.
thing on anime.
Oh.
And one of the categories was Pokemon. And your choices were Charizard, Licky Tongue, and a mystery one.
Huh.
So which one are you gonna boop? Which are you gonna marry? And which are you gonna kill? And I said, I hope it's a Snorlax as the mystery thing because I'm killing off Charizard and Licky Tongue we're booping.
Oh. That tongue's gotta be good for something.
That was my thought. That tongue will be good for something. So we'll take our chances. And guess what?
Huh.
I married a Snorlax.
Oh boy.
That was the only one I even cared about. The rest of them, I'm going, I don't know who these people are.
Yeah.
But at least the Pokemon one, I knew who the characters were that they brought up.
Yeah.
Licky Tongue is the evolved form of Licky Licky? Or is it the other way around?
I think it's the other way around. I think Licky Licky is the evolved version.
I don't know. All I know is they're the same thing.
Yeah.
And I thought, yeah, Licky Tongue. We're booping that one.
Yeah.
if we have to do things with Pokemon.
Oh boy.
Some of them, I'm like, well, I've heard of that anime, but I don't know who these characters are.
Yeah.
Because, like, the One Piece characters, it wasn't the ones you would expect. It wasn't Luffy.
Yeah.
It was all these other random characters. I'm like, I don't know who those people are. I've never watched it or read it. And then there was one of them. I didn't know who the other two characters were, but the mystery guy was Tuxedo Mask.
Ah.
And I was like, yeah, he would be a Mary. He's a keeper. But I didn't know who the other two guys were. So I wouldn't know which would be good for killing and which would be good for booping.
The only guys I can think of are the ones that are related to Queen Beryl. The ones that basically
They weren't all Sailor Moon characters. These were from other.
Ah.
The only Sailor Moon character that came up was Tuxedo Mask.
Ah.
And he was the mystery guy. But I don't know, it was it was interesting. But I didn't know who most of the people were, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
One of them had No Face from Spirited Away.
Huh.
But they had different categories like the femme fatales, so the girls, and the tall, dark, and handsome guys, and ultimate villain, and just different categories.
Yeah.
And under Gotta Catch 'Em All, I at least knew who they were.
Yeah. I thought they were going to be talking about the trainers or something.
Yeah, well, it could have been.
Which would have made more sense because
actually they could have done trainers.
Yeah.
But no, they did Pokemon. And in one of the other categories, they had a Pokemon come up, and it was one I didn't know who it was.
Huh.
I don't know. It was kind of a green looking thing. Plant based.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could deal with a plant based critter.
Unless by killing it, it gives you smoking. Give it a Snoop Dogg.
You're weird. But they do these FMK ones every so often. Or I guess it's BMK. Because they say boop instead of the other word.
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright, I guess we'll try to wind things up. Oh, we're almost at 2 hours. This is crazy. So remember to do all the YouTube things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video. Which there's a very good chance it could be a Temu haul.
Probably.
Because today was the beginning of the window for a delivery. So I'm not sure what day they're looking at.
Yeah,
I don't know. Can I find out? Would it be too much to ask?
Yeah, maybe.
Temu. Come on now. See, I get tired of watching people looking stuff up on their phones. And here I am looking stuff up on my phone. Doing exactly the thing I'm not crazy about. I'm sorry. But if we can maybe get an idea. Delivery between the 23rd and the 29th. Today was the 23rd, so anytime in this week. Track.
If it's in Ohio, good chance it might be tomorrow.
In transit package arrived at airport at 6:15 p.m. today.
Huh.
I don't know what airport, so it's probably in New York.
Probably.
Which means it's got to get from the airport to the USPS facility, which it usually goes to one of them in New York, and then it goes to a different one in New York, and sometimes it goes to New Jersey. And then sometimes they send it to either Chicago or Cincinnati, and then they send it to Columbus, and then it comes here.
Huh.
So it's got some traveling to do yet. So it's going to be closer to the 29th. Maybe the 26th or 27th. Well, I don't know what day. I can't see the 24, 25, 26. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday or Saturday, maybe?
Yeah, maybe.
Or Monday.
Yeah.
I have another thing that I ordered that may come sooner than that. It's been shipped. Japan Crate, I got a notification. It's been shipped. The last one came like super fast. That's one thing I could say. Once Bokksu took over, or they joined with Bokksu, their shipping seems very fast. Bokksu, I only ordered it on the 16th. And it's already here. I mean, it was a week. So, I know Japan Crate's on the way. What about Snap Crate? I don't remember seeing a thing saying that they shipped. There should be a Snap Crate coming at some point. I don't know when. I don't remember seeing a shipment thing. If they haven't shipped yet, they ought to be in the next day or two. So we got stuff coming.
Yeah.
Japan Crate, Snack Crate, Temu, and the other thingy I ordered, which we will do a review and say whether it works or not.
Oh boy.
It's something I saw on Facebook, and I have since seen it again on Facebook, but by a different company, which is making me nervous.
Yeah, that pisses me off. Just
So,
never trust Facebook when it comes to this kind of thing.
well, the last thing I tried to order off Facebook that wasn't a company that I recognized, I never got, and had to go to the bank and have them refund my money, stop payment, and they tracked the people down and got the payment back, got the money back. I couldn't track them down. I tried sending them emails, and they'd always bounce back saying no such email. And I tried everything I could find on the different websites and things, and never could track anybody down to say, where's my stuff? Either send me my stuff or send me my money.
Or both.
And the bank hunted them down. Well, they weren't going to give me my money back without getting something in return.
Yeah.
So there was that. But anyway, we're going to get out of here. And hopefully in the next couple days we'll have something else to show.
Yeah.
The Temu hauls are going to be farther in between because it's winter. Electric bills are insane. Hopefully the thingy that I ordered gets here and saves us some money.
Yeah, maybe.
Because it's supposed to help with heat.
Oh boy.
So we'll see. And it also runs off USB or solar.
Huh. Most everything in the house is USB nowadays, so...
Well, everything's USB anymore. So if we can not run a space heater and run a USB thing and still get the same effect, that's going to save a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I can put one in the car since the heat doesn't work right in the car. Because that's one of the things that one of their selling points is you can put it in the car and it can run off solar energy. So if you put it like on your dashboard in the car and the sun charges it, you'll have a nice warm car.
Yeah.
Because they were showing like a street scene where all the houses and cars were covered in snow except for one car because it had this device in it that kept it warm, so the snow was just melting right off of. I don't believe it's going to be that good.
Yeah.
But they also said it'll heat a room in a matter of minutes to up to 75 degrees.
Huh.
Maybe the bathroom.
Yeah.
This room is a little big. It's about twice the size of the bathroom. And I would venture to guess it would struggle to heat this to that temperature that fast.
Yeah.
So putting it in the kitchen probably won't
do anything.
Do as much. The only reason this room gets any heat at all with the space heater is because I have a blanket over the door, which helps keep the heat in. Don't know where the door is.
Yeah.
Several years ago, when this was my parents' room and he had a cot in here, he would throw temper tantrum and slam the door, and finally they just took the door off the hinges. And I don't know what they did with the door.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in the basement, if it's out in one of the sheds. I don't know. But anyway, man, I did the spiel and I said my goodbyes, and here I am still yakking. What the heck? Okay, I'm really going to go this time. Besides, dinner's sitting out on the stove getting cold. We're having pork chops for dinner. I know, it's 11 o'clock at night, but that's actually early for me. It's usually after midnight when I eat. Uh-oh, I'm a gremlin. Never feed them after midnight. I eat after midnight most nights. Okay, so we're going to go now. We'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.